Welcome everyone, I'm Laurie Conrad and I'm really glad you're here. I am going to present to you Laurie's Vacation Club. I'm going to show you how you can save up to 90%, usually 50 to 90% off Expedia's best pricing and also off of timeshares. So definitely think of this long term. Think about what you could save over your lifetime because it's a lifetime membership. It's 100 years. What could you save if you were even just saving 50% on every vacation that you take? So that's what we're going to talk about, and I'm excited to show this to you. So here we go. That's a picture of me. I've been a member of the club since 2013. And in this presentation, I'm going to show you how you can vacation more often than you do now, which is what most people do when they join the club. Because when you can rent a condo for $398 for 7 nights, when it would normally be $2,000 on Expedia or through the timeshare resort, you know, a couple $1,000s, very similar price, you can actually vacation more often, and you actually can go away and not even use the whole week. A lot of people do that. You know, when they're only paying $398, they'll go with their family for 4 nights instead of all 7 because they just would rather go more often, but they don't always have 7 nights to go. So I'm also going to show you how you can vacation at timeshares and other resorts all over the world for wholesale prices, how you will do this with no annual fees, no legal obligations, no travel date restrictions, no contracts, no red tape. You just book what you want and go. Customer service can help you if you can't find what you're looking for. And I'm going to talk about all these things, and we're going to go over everything. I'm also going to show you how this pricing is possible. I'm going to answer all your questions about that. I'm going to show you real comparisons of the club prices versus the same resorts, same dates. As you would see online, Expedia is retail prices, Travelocity is retail prices, and I'm going to show you how you can be at the same exact pool for hundreds of dollars instead of thousands of dollars. So here's my first example. This is the Cobalt Coast Resort. It's in Grand Cayman. We had it in the inventory in a prime week in April for $399. It's 1-bedroom unit, sleeps 4 people. When I looked it up on Expedia, it was $2,260 on Expedia for the same dates, and it was for a standard room. It wasn't even for the 1-bedroom. So it was an 82% savings over Expedia. That's saving $1,800 plus on one vacation. Here's the Hacienda Del Mar. It's an absolutely gorgeous resort in Cabo San Lucas. We have it in the inventory for $699 for a week. This is when you request your dates. Sometimes the Hacienda Del Mar is in there for specific dates, and other times it's in there. It's in there all the time for $699 a week. So that was an over 77% savings. The resort and Expedia wanted over $3,000. Here's Kauai, $398 for a 2-bedroom condo on the beach with a lazy river pool, absolutely beautiful, sleeps 6 people. It was $197 a night on Expedia, and it was only $398 in our inventory. Here's the Carlsbad Inn Beach Resort. This is where I went just a couple months ago in Carlsbad, California. It's right on the beach. It's across the street. When I was sitting on my patio, I actually had a balcony. I could see the waves, I could hear the waves. I would sit out there with my coffee every morning. I had a full kitchen, living area, dining area, king-size bedroom, full, beautiful, all-new bathroom, and I paid $799 with the club. When I looked it up, when I booked it, I had saved $640 or 44%. That's actually kind of low for what we usually have. But then I checked it again it was like 2 months before I left, and the price had gone up to over $1,700. So I had a wonderful time at the Carlsbad Inn. There was all kinds of activities. There was 2 hot tubs. There was a pool. It was right in the heart of Carlsbad there, right next to the beach. Beautiful walkways, nice restaurants. It was a lot of fun. and I only paid $7.99 for a one-bedroom condo that fit 4 people. Here's one that my friend and the co-owner of this company, Mark, gave me. He went with his family to Riviera Oaks. He had asked customer service, for a nice warm place to go in March, and they gave him a few things to pick from, and he picked this one. He paid $499 for the entire week for a family of 6. It would have been $1,800 online. They had tons of things for the kids to do. They had a wonderful time for spring break week. Here is Puerto Rico. Here's a great getaway in cold March for all of my Northeast friends, $299 for a one-bedroom in Puerto Rico. It was $1,800 on Expedia. That was an 83% savings. Here's the Grand Mayan Riviera Maya. This is another one that Mark went to. He just went this past April. He paid $624 for he and his wife to go. He could not find it on Expedia, so he called the resort, and the resort quoted him. Oh, my pen's not working. Hold on. The resort quoted him $6,000 for the week. So this, you won't get savings like that with every resort. The Grand Mayans are well known. They're quite expensive, and we have them in the inventory all the time, very frequently. And you can take advantage of that every single year if you want to at those kind of savings. That's why we can say with 1 or 2 vacations, you can break even on your membership. I don't want you to think we're just at the beach. We are actually all over the world. We've got this map, we've got a pull down menu, and you can see we don't do the gray areas, but we do all the colored continents and countries, and we're in 60 countries all over the world. Here's a screenshot of what we call hot weeks. Hot weeks are never more than $398, no matter where they are. And you'll see that it's alphabetical by country. Then it tells you whether it's a studio, a 1-bedroom, or a 2-bedroom unit. It gives you the dates, and this inventory can change all the time. You might go in there today, and then tomorrow you see something new that pops in, because the resorts actually update this themselves. Then the price. You'll see down there at the Mayan Palace Nuevo Vallarta is $298 for a week in June, beautiful week in June. And then it just tells you where the resort is. So hot weeks are really hot. People love them because at $298 for 7 nights, you don't even have to go for 7 nights if you don't feel like it. It's really gives you a lot of flexibility. So I'm going to go over how this pricing is possible. Except, hold on, I have to make sure my pen is working, because if it's not working, I can't do this. Let's see if this works. There we go. Okay, so this is my rendition of a resort. Okay, it's got a little roof on it. And the resorts need people, actually, right? They need happy travelers to come to the resort. And they can do it a couple of different ways. They can sell timeshares, which is a $7 billion industry. And a lot of those people will end up coming to the resort, and they're all happy travelers, and so they will actually fork over the money for something that is going to depreciate in value 50% right after they sign the papers. And the other way the resorts can get travelers to come is to go to Expedia and pay Expedia very, very high 6-figure contracts to show up when people search for resorts in their location on Expedia. So the resorts have to pay. They have to pay huge, huge dollars amounts to Expedia for the resort to show up here and here. And the more the top of the list you are, the more money they pay. So Expedia is not a free search engine. It is a classified ad platform. People have to pay to be on it, and you can see that if you do a little homework into Expedia, you will see that it is, you know, it's a thriving company. It makes huge profits, and you and I and all other consumers are paying for those profits. So the other way the resort can get happy people to come is to go through a super buyer like us. We are a club where we've got tons and tons of members that want to travel. And so they know, the resort knows, that they do not have to advertise to us. They know that they're going to charge between $398 and $799 a week, and they actually still make a profit even if they charge that, and they do not need to advertise to us. There's no advertising costs to get people from our pool, our super buyer pool of membership, to go to those resorts. And that's why they can charge so much less. So what we're used to seeing for vacations is, you know, anywhere from $150 to say $500 a night, right? If you want to go somewhere really swanky, you want to pay, you know, $500 to even $900 a night. And you know, when you're paying $398 to $799, you're paying like $50 to maybe $100 a night. You know, you're topping out at less than $100 a night for $799, or it's about 110, right? 110 if you pay $79. But you're getting a whole condo, you're getting a kitchen. Like 98% of the time you'll have a kitchen. You could even have a washer and dryer. You're going to have a balcony or a patio. You're going to have a living room. You're going to have a dining room. And you're going to have all the amenities of a timeshare. You're not going to have just a hotel room. And these prices can be just a hotel room. So that is the very specific story on how this pricing is possible. You join the membership once, and then you get wholesale prices for life. So I want to do a comparison between the vacation club and a typical timeshare. And some things can be different on this screen, but it's pretty basic. Timeshares have been around a long time. Some of them can vary, but let's go through it. Okay, the vacation club, the price of the vacation club is between $49.95 and $11,995. There's 3 levels of membership. And it's very, very simple. You pick your level of membership based on how many weeks, 5, 10, or 20 prime weeks, not just any weeks, just, you know, like really prime hot weeks, you know, popular weeks you want per year. With a timeshare, you pay this one price and you generally get 1 week. You know, you might get 2, depending if you pay closer to 60 grand. But like for the Carlsbad Inn, the prices were $8,000 for kind of an off week, and it was $30K for a prime week in July. So $30,000 at the Carlsbad Inn for 1 week in the summer. Okay, we have $11,995, and you have access to 20 weeks all year long, and you're not locked into any specific dates. You can pick your dates and go whenever you want. So that is a huge, huge difference. Okay, now our term is 100 years. Lots of timeshares, they're around 25 years, but some of them are longer, and all that means is that you're going to have to pay maintenance fees like forever. If you have a longer term than 25 years, you're going to be stuck with the maintenance fees for as long as that term is. Since we don't have any maintenance fees, we have no maintenance fees at all, you don't have that with the vacation club. And not only do you have maintenance fees with a timeshare, but you also can have assessment fees that they'll assess. Like if they need a new roof and they don't have enough money, they're going to assess you. They'll charge you, if you want to sell your place, they're going to charge you closing fees. There's all kinds of required fees with a timeshare. Now, we have 5,000 resorts in 60 countries. with a timeshare, you book, where your home timeshare is, and you can join an exchange program if you want to exchange, but you're going to have to join that program. Sometimes there's a fee for that. Sometimes there isn't, but sometimes there is. And then you're going to have to go through a point system, more than likely, in order to figure out if you can exchange what you bought for something else that you want to do. It can get very complicated. It can be extremely annoying because you may have bought, a week in, I don't know, Scottsdale, Arizona, but you want to go to Hawaii, and then you'll find out that your Scottsdale, Arizona isn't worth as much as the one in Hawaii, so you have to actually pay more points. That happens all the time with a timeshare. Okay, we have guest weeks for friends. We have something called instant weeks. And that's a whole separate part of the website where you can book for your friends and family. You don't even have to go with them. And you can use their credit card. It's just that you need to book it for them. If you have guest weeks with a timeshare, you're going to have to arrange that with the timeshare. You're going to have to make sure that it works. Generally, they don't have something called guest weeks. I think you can book extra weeks if you want to. Restrictions on travel, we have no restrictions at all. With your timeshare, you're usually limited to the week that you purchased. And sometimes if you buy a floating week with a timeshare, you don't even have control over what week you're even getting. You can't go like the third week in July every year, because if it's not available, you don't get it. So really focus on that if you're thinking about getting a timeshare. If you want a specific week, definitely purchase a specific week. And you may have to use, that exchange system in order to change whatever week you have. Okay, so $398 hot weeks, we have those. Timeshares, you're paying what you're contracting to pay. You're paying your 30 grand, for example, at the Carlsbad Inn for a summer week, plus the annual fees were $1,200 a year. So those are only going to go up. They are not going to go down. They don't have anything like hot weeks that you can book. Occasionally, some timeshares will give you discounts on their hotel rooms if they are a company like Starwood gives discounts on their hotel rooms because you're a member of their timeshare. Meanwhile, you've paid equivalent to this for the timeshare. You've paid a ton of money for your timeshare. Online booking. Yes, we have all online booking. With a timeshare, I've heard this from other people, it can be complicated. Maybe that's changed since then. I don't know. If you have a timeshare and you want to pipe in about that, definitely write in the chat box and let me know. But this is just the information I had when I did this little table here. Our vacation club has air, cruise, and car rental discounts. You can book everything all from one website. It's like having your own Expedia. A timeshare, they're not going to give you capability to book your air. Timeshares don't generally offer cruises. I think there might be a couple that are starting to do that because they're seeing the value in offering extra things to their members. But we have tons and tons of discounted cruises, and you can book unlimited cruises with the Vacation Club. With the Vacation Club, we have absolutely no extra fees, and you have no exchange fees. You don't have any kind of fees. The only fee that you might actually have is a $75 fee if you want to transfer your membership. If you want to give it to somebody, all you do is give customer service $75, give them the contact information, and it's done. It's so easy. There is no red tape. There's no hassle. They'll get it done right away, and it's over. But there are no maintenance fees. There's no annual fees. There's no exchange fees. There's none of that. You're going to have all of that with a timeshare. If you decide to purchase a timeshare, even if you buy in the resale market, you are stuck with all of those fees and a very long contract that you better know every little piece of information in there, because so many people have been unhappy over time with their timeshare, and now they can't get rid of them. Okay, so I want to get into the pricing. Here's the pricing for the vacation club. And you will see, after comparing to Expedia and timeshares that are out there, this pricing is really, really, really generous. Onyx has 20 prime weeks, and that's every year up to. You don't have to use them all if you don't need them. Pearl is 10, and Platinum is 5. So Onyx, some people will say, oh my gosh, 20 weeks a year. Well, Onyx came about because Pearl people were running out of their weeks. You know, they would do 8 weeks in Florida, and then they would only have 2 weeks left for the rest of the year. So Onyx came to be because lots of people, you know, as their lifestyle changes, they're allowed to vacation that often. And when you can really go crazy with hot weeks, it's $398 a week. If you did that over a month, it's less than a mortgage. It's less than rent sometimes. But all memberships have access to the 5,000 resorts in 60 countries at these prices, and we cap out at $799. Your membership is willable, sellable, and transferable to anyone you wish, and you have unlimited instant weeks, so you can travel 52 weeks a year. And there are people that actually do that. They really do. But these instant weeks are good for friends and family. Your friends and family can't use your prime weeks, your premium weeks, unless you are there as the member. If you're with them, that's fine. You have to check in. But they can use unlimited instant weeks and unlimited cruises too, which is really nice. So you pick the membership that works for you. You pick the membership that fits your lifestyle. And then what I tell people is, if you're thinking of Platinum over the years, you can always upgrade to Pearl. It's the difference in price plus $1,000. But if you're thinking you might end up with Pearl, it makes more sense just to get Pearl to start rather than get Platinum. But that's totally up to you, whatever works for you. So here we are. For $11,995, $79.95, or $49.95, you have a one-time investment. You have access to prime real estate all over the world at wholesale prices for life. And just imagine the savings over your lifetime. You know, if you take, let's say you just take 2 vacations a year, right? And that's, you know, that's pretty conservative. And each one of those saves you, say, $1,000. Okay, so that's $2,000 a year you're saving, which translates into probably maybe one more vacation, but over 5 years, that saves you $10,000 over 5 years. And that's pretty conservative. Also, what happens is, if you take 2 vacations a year and you're saving $1,000 for each vacation, how much food, horseback riding, golf, or any other activities does this cover that you would have paid to the hotel or the resort that you're not paying now? So you can really put that money towards a lot of fun things, and you've made a one-time investment. You never have any fees. You never have to worry about it again, and you've got wholesale prices for life. So here are the payment plans, which is really cool because we just started this a few months ago. You can pay in full very easily. It's easy to do. I can send you the form. It's online. It's all secure and all those things. Or you can pay an activation fee. For Platinum, it's $9.95. For Pearl, it's $19.95. And for Onyx, it's $39.95. And you can activate your membership, book a vacation right away, and then you'll pay off the rest of the membership either over 20 months, 30 months, or 40 months, and it's $250 a month. Doesn't matter which membership, just, you know, matters the time period. And so you can do it either way. Or you can finance it on your own with, like a home equity line of credit, or whatever you wish. It's totally up to you. You can put it on a credit card, or you can actually, if you need to, some people need to put it on 2 credit cards because they don't have one credit card that's going to do $11,995. They want to get the points on their credit card, right? You can get a whole lot of points and a whole lot of air miles if you put this on your credit card. And I've seen a lot of people do that. So you can do whatever works for you, and you can, just contact me and ask me questions. I can help you in whenever way I can. And that's what I've got for you. So definitely give me a call if you have questions. I am on Pacific time. I just recently moved to California, so I am really, really happy in sunny Southern Cal. And you can get me at Laurie at lauriesvacationclub.com. And don't forget the website, lauriesvacationclub.com. And then the other place you can go also to see some of the vacations Mark has gone on, who's a co-owner of the company. The parent name of Laurie's Vacation Club is Renaissance Travel. And you can go to renaissancetravel.info, and you can see testimonials, you can see more info on the club, you can see the beautiful leather journal that we send you when you become a member, and you can see a lot of the cool vacations that Mark's been on. He's been a member since 2007, I believe, and there's more information there. So I look forward to hearing from you, and definitely shoot me any questions that you have. And I look forward to connecting with you, giving you any information that I can, and we will go from there. Thanks so much for watching.